right, so we gonna hook this up. What up? What up? What up? This should already be set up, right? Shall I restart the live? Nah. Hell nah. Hell nah. Yo, we gonna talk about Kanye, man. We gonna talk about Yeezy. I feel like this might be too far of a setup, but we gonna talk about Yeezy. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. 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 What up? What up? If you're in the building, what up? It was a delay yesterday on my voice. It wasn't matching the video, which is weird. I don't know what that's about. But we gonna work the kinks out, baby. We gonna work the kinks out, baby. All right, so look, let's get straight into it. I saw an interview of Kanye leaving the basketball game of his daughter. I think it was North. But yeah, so he's leaving her basketball game. The paparazzi catch him in the parking lot, and they like, Yeezy, what's up with that? What's up? What's up with you? What's up with that, bruh? What's up with that, bruh? What's up with all that you was talking about, bruh? And Yeezy, being Yeezy, he ain't shy away from it. He kept it 100, right? He said that he said that he was sorry, that he apologized to the Jewish people, right? For what he said, whether you think it was anti-Semitic or not, that's what, he said what he said. And then he said that he wanted to apologize to black people, my people. He said, my people. I want to apologize to my people, because he felt that he hurt us. He felt that he let us down. He said that his comments, and you can look this up, academics just posted about it, but I'm sure the interview is everywhere. And I'll do a review on it later, like actually have side by side where y'all can see footage. Fair Use Act. Don't come for me. You feel me? I don't want to see no flags on my accounts. But yeah, so he said that when he saw the documentary, because this is the only documentary on BLM that I know of, or the most prominent one. If you know of another one, tell me in the comments. That despite what the movement meant to us as a people, as black people, that we did have good intentions. We were outside. I was outside, okay? I was outside. You say what you want, I was outside. Black Lives Matter, had my fist up. I protested. I was even in a situation where police were pepper spraying. They were shooting the little rubber bullets in Hollywood, California. It's documented. I have it on tape. I can put it out there, right? I donated to BLM, like I'm sure a lot of you did too, especially if you're here in the States. But I know my South African people was rocking with us too. I saw you online. I saw you, right? He said, despite the movement, that the organization took advantage. It just is what it is. The organization took advantage. They saw an opportunity where black people were getting together, and they were scamming. They were scamming. It just is what it is. You know what I mean? Having a beard is a scam. BLM was a scam. It is what it is. So he said that when he gave his point of view on it, is almost like talking about a JFK documentary. Now, you know, JFK was assassinated. There's conspiracy theories as to why, right? I don't think it's a conspiracy. I think it's pretty clear. But, you know, when the government takes out somebody, right, whether it's Martin Luther King, whoever, you find out about it years later. You know, this is still kind of fresh with George Floyd. I think it's 2 years now. This is still fresh, right? So, you know, people love to talk about stuff early, but stuff comes out years later. You don't know, even with the shot, people want to talk about, you're going to find out years later what's really going on, what really happened. We're starting to see it. If you want to see it, you could do your research, right? You know, some of us choose to stand where we stand. They want to down that hill. That's cool, right? For me, I hope that everybody's safe. I want everybody to be safe. I wish good health on everybody on both sides, no matter what you choose, right? So he says that he was giving his perspective on why he passed away, and that he's aware that black people do experience police brutality. When he saw the video, he was hurt by it. Whether you believe him or not, I believe him. Ye is a lot of things, but he's rarely a liar. Rarely a liar. I've yet to catch him in a flat out lie. Maybe he's been hypocritical about things, but if he tells you how he feels, it's usually how he feels. One thing Ye gonna do, he gonna tell you how he feel, right? He gonna tell you how he feels. So he said it hurt his feelings watching it. It hurt his feelings. And his take on it was from the perspective of the documentary, which is interesting, or what he saw on the documentary and the information that was provided. What's interesting is that the whole George Floyd's family threatening to sue Kanye is interesting because it was a threat. It hasn't happened. They haven't gone through with it, and I don't even know if they can. I don't know if you can do that in that way because he was repeating something he saw, and if it was inaccurate, my question to anyone, not just his fam, if what Ye said on Drink Champs about the Black Lives Matter coverage, the documentary coverage of what happened to George Floyd, if what he said was inaccurate, why are you trying to sue Ye and not Candace Owens? She made the documentary. If it's not true, why not go after them? Why is it not shut down? Why can people go on Daily Wire and pay $14.99 or whatever? Like, why? Why is that happening? Why aren't you going after the proceeds? So that's a different conversation, right? Just something to think about. Just food for thought. Ye, Yeezy, Kanye said that he was sorry because he felt like he hurt his people. And he's dealing with the karma of that even more so to what Christians say. This is his words. What Christians say, you reap what you sow, which is something crazy because my mother always used to say this to me. Always used to say it to me. My grandmother too. And I think that's where she got from. It was the chickens come home to roost, and you reap what you sow. And I'm a big on it. Why my life is blessed like it is. Why I'm able to travel and do the things that I do. And have this beautiful audience. You reap what you sow. What you put in, you gonna get out, right? It's seeds that I've been planting for years. Good seeds. You know, if it's in form of a deed, a belief, an act, how I carry myself, how I treat people, how you treat people, right? You gonna get that back. Some people are suffering and they don't know why. It's woe is me. You may have that friend that's always suffering, that's always going through something, right? They always go, oh man, this happened, and whatever. My car got broken into. Yeah, I heard that too. Lucky is that they went after him because he would be the cash cow and he has a bigger audience, right? I don't know if that justifies it, and I don't know if they can win that, but that's the angle that I was told too, is that he was the bigger person to go after. But in hindsight, you might want to go after the person that's actually responsible because you really have to make a strong case. And if you're going to make a case against a billionaire that has the resources and the money to hire a legal team that'll destroy you, why not just go after the person that's actually you? In my mind, logically, it would make more sense. Acting off emotion. Yes, you're mad because this is Kanye and he has this big platform and he's saying these things that hurt your feelings. I get it. Somebody say something about my mama, I'm mad, right? I feel it. I get it. When somebody passes and you love them, no matter what it is and what context, you take offense. You like, hold up. Like, that's my loved one. I get it. I'm just saying, legally, from a legal standpoint, how much juice do you have to go after somebody that is repeating something, regurgitating information that they heard from somebody else that actually, if there was a case to be made, did the defaming? Why not go after her? And I mean, if you ask me, you can look at the documentary and look for yourself and see what you think. If you ask me, it's because it's not true. She didn't actually say that was the only reason he passed, right? And I'm not gonna say too much because I love my account. I love my small monies. Any little change, not enjoyment. I love my money that I get through my through my monetization, through the stickers that y'all send me. I appreciate it. So I ain't gonna say too much. I can't lose a Billy. I'd be negative. I'd be negative a Billy if I lost right now. So I ain't gonna say too much. I'll let that be their battle, right? They got to deal with that. What I am saying is that if that's true, why go after Ye? Right? So back to the apology. Woo! Okay, that's a better. I like that. So we yeah, Apple gonna owe me a check. I'm gonna get one of them stickers, dog. You know what I mean? But I appreciate y'all rocking with me. Yo, that last video got 900 something views. I'm like, oh, y'all rocking with me like that? I appreciate you. Because the setup ain't all the way there yet, but it will be. Trust me, daddy. So this happens, right? Ye apologizes. He tells the people that he's sorry. He says, my people. He just kept saying, my people. My people think this. I hurt them. I'm sorry. Right? I believe him, by the way. Because he don't need us. That's been clear. So I believe him. I've believed him since, oh, wow. I believed him since George Bush don't care about black people. I believed him since then. And he didn't need to do all that, right? But if you're just getting into Ye and who he is as a person, I would say you might need to hear this. You know, it's new generation that didn't see that on live TV. You know, Ye got fans that are like 18, 19 that wasn't outside when 9/11 happened, and you know, when Hurricane Katrina happened and he was on live stream. Like, they don't know the old Kanye. They know the new Ye, right? They know the tweeting Ye. I knew Ye when he wasn't quiet, but he wasn't doing the stuff he's doing now, which we now see is the wave. It's the way to get your voice out there. It's the way to get, you know, your point across on a large platform. You know, people complain about Elon and all these people tweet. That's how you get your message out. Trump, that was the smartest thing he was doing. Obama did it too, just people like more what he said. So that's why it wasn't much of a problem. But if you want to get your message out, you don't need mainstream media. You have a platform, go on Twitter. Tell your audience what you need to tell them. You know what I mean? Um, oh, I got a new Twitter, by the way. Khalees_8. Follow me on there. South African Twitter is wild. Y'all crazy, man. Hybo. 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 Every time I go on there, it's Highwayna. Jesus Christ. What's going on? What are y'all doing? Y'all want problems always. Problems always. I want problems always. So Ye gets on there, apologizes, right? And he says, you know, he says what he says. He says what it's just like, look, I apologize to my people. I hurt them. I know that they took that personally, right? Like, we feel like he's talking about, it's like, oof. You know, even when he wore the shirt, it was like, oof. It's like, you know, what lives matter? What are you saying? But a major thing, when people were saying Black Lives Matter, I don't know if you remember this. If you were outside, right? People were saying Black Lives Matter. Yeah. People were saying Black Lives Matter. I'm like, the feds watching. They giving me a warning. People saying Black Lives Matter, right? And when they said that, other people, we won't say who those other people are, but other people came in and said, wait, so what are you trying to say? Our lives don't matter? He said, no, your lives matter too. We're just saying that right now we need to emphasize that our lives matter. So when Ye and Candace wore the shirt, immediately it was, oh my God, what are you trying to say? Black lives don't matter? Oh. So when the shoe's on the other foot, even with your own slogan and own rhetoric, that when you say one life does, it doesn't exclude the other. Why can't you see the same one? And he said it, but he didn't have to say it. He did come back and say, just because I said WLM doesn't mean that BLM doesn't matter, right? It doesn't mean that. It means right now, I'm saying that for a specific reason. We all know why. If you know Kanye, some of these explanations to me are, you know, mundane. It's like, you gotta, you know, it feels a little remedial when you gotta explain to people these points. It's like, when I saw the picture, I immediately got it. I knew what he was doing, right? He was making a point. He was making a statement. You call it art. He was doing it at a fashion show. He did it the way Ye does it. It's a shirt, but you remember this guy's in fashion. He's a genius in fashion. He is a fucking architect. So when he's doing this, you can't take stuff for face value. And do I agree with everything he does? Hell no. But I can see through a lot of it, so it doesn't affect me the same way that it may affect most people. And that is because I'm a critical thinker. And I know Ye. Like, when you know somebody, you know how you know somebody, like, you know your mans, you know them. Like, when they do certain stuff, everybody's like, that boy crazy. And it's like, nah, I know him. Like, I already know what's up. I'm gonna just chill. I ain't gonna say nothing. We ain't gonna fight. What we gonna fight about? I mean, I got homies like that. One of my best friends like that. My cousins like that. He wilding out. Everybody like, what's going on with him? It's like, he'll be good in 5 minutes. This is what he does. He's excited. This is how he expresses himself. Ye expresses himself in a way that captivates the people, in a way that garners attention for what he really wants to say, what he really wants to do. And could this be because he's losing everything, he's trying to backtrack and, save face? Sure, it could be, but he don't really need it. I would need to know what's the motive, because he knows what he's doing. Even with a mental illness, you know what you're doing, unless you have something like, schizophrenia. You have something that you really can't control yourself, and you have nobody around there to check you. You know what you're doing, right? So it's by design for sure. But I'll be interested to see, because these things have to play out, how black people come back. They've already started to come back and call him a genius on stuff, right? After they was mad a couple weeks ago, right? And that's the thing, is wait. Like I said, somebody. He knows his audience. He knows his demographic. He knows people. He knows human behavior. He knows y'all gonna be mad for a couple days. All right, y'all be mad at me, cancel me. I'll talk to you in 2 weeks. I'll talk to you in 2 weeks on Piers Morgan, on whatever, Drink Champs, right? Because Drink Champs, I believe, was after he wore the shirt. It was after, because they spoke about it. So, like, I'll talk to you, when y'all calm down and y'all ready to listen. Because sometimes they don't want to listen. I literally said this the other day. I was talking to someone. I was like, do you think if Ye got on Twitter and said black women are the most beautiful women in the world, more than any other women, would people take to that? And they said no. And they said because he ain't dating black women. Now that's debatable. Because Amber Rose is an African woman, actually. She's Cape Verdean. And if you want to argue semantics, she's biracial, right? Which we consider black. Y'all want to give Trevor Noah and Obama, she black. Prior to her, he had an Victoria's Secret model he was engaged to. She black. And I know he smacked. I mean, come on. When Ye came out, he was the hottest thing smoking. He had Tracy Ellis Ross in the video. Come on, stop playing Nia Long. We ain't gonna say what we gonna say, but we gonna say what we gonna say without saying it. So, yes, they'll move on to the next thing, Lucky. So, Ye likes what he likes. Him getting with Kim is just a business decision, if you ask me. I didn't fully understand it, but we all saw how they both benefited out of that relationship, right? And he got beautiful kids out of it, which I hope he can get back. Right? But people forget, they'll say, oh, well, he treated Amber like trash. What? Like, come on. The man can't win. Does he? You want to say he doesn't like black women, but then you give examples of him dating black women and being engaged to one, and it's like, oh, well, then what is it? Because so do Tristan Thomas. What is it? Tristan Thompson, whatever the fuck. The F-boy that Chloe's dating, and damn near every other rapper does. Now, do they not like them? They all got black women. There's their main girlfriends to this day. You never seen them without one, but they still treat them like trash. They cheat on them and everything. So, what are we talking about, right? The man can't win, is what it boils down to. He can't win. He could say something like that and nobody would care. They will overlook it and keep moving, right? So when he says he knows to be heard in this day and age, even with the algorithm, even with you, if you're into what I'm doing, digital marketing, I understand the algorithm. I understand the connectivity of social media apps and what gets people talking and how to push stuff to the forefront and get people's attention and then do a content media campaign where that's all he's doing. He's getting your attention and then he has all this other stuff already planned out. I don't think he's as erratic as people think. He's very calculated. And then you'll listen. Then you'll listen. Right? And that's what it is with everything. That's what it is with Trump, Elon, anybody. Right? And now that Elon bought Twitter, boy, y'all, woo! I'm gonna talk about that later, but y'all in for a treat. Um, it's funny that a lot of black people are mad, black Twitter, and it's like y'all want to silence Kanye or wanted to, some of you that are against him, but then somebody else brings his account back to life and you're mad. It's like you can't have it both ways. If y'all want to censor people, you gonna have to censor people that are fighting for you too, that you like. You can't just censor people, and I don't like. Let me take a step back. If you don't like Kanye and you want him censored, great, right? The problem is that it's going to be somebody you agree with that's fighting for whatever team you're on that will say something that pisses off the people that you don't like, that are the ops, and then they can censor him because you have opened the floodgates. You've opened this door of, if we don't agree with you, we want you censored. It's a boomerang. If you loved Obama and you say, oh, Obama should have Twitter and he should say what he wants. Oh, we love him. He's, making black people look good. He's giving us hope. And then Trump comes and says something you don't like. You say, we want to censor him. Guess what? Then the people on Trump's side will want to censor Obama or whatever Democrat that you like that's going to be in this next election, which I highly believe that Kanye will be in that election or be a part of that race. Then they'll want to do that. And you accomplishing that gives them the power to do the same to you. So that's the problem essentially. It's like, it's not one-sided. It's like you think that if you get rid of this person and you shut them up, you reap what you sow. Coming back full circle, it's going to be somebody that's fighting for you, right? And the ops are going to have that power now to censor them. And then what are you going to do? So, the freedom of speech debate, the consequences for what you say, it's true. It's true. You can have freedom of speech, but then still consequences, right? It grants you the right to say what you want, unless it's harming people, unless it's inciting violence, right? But your hurt feelings, it's a slippery slope, dog. Whoever you think is good and fighting for you is hurting somebody else's feelings too. As much as you loved Obama or whoever, I'm just picking Obama as an example, right? Somebody was pissed about that. And as much as you think they're wrong, they think you are wrong. And if you push to silence the opposition, they, in some cases, they do, and they will have power to silence your person. And then what you gonna do? That's the problem with that. It's like you want to censor people. It's like, okay. And even you, one day, if you have a big enough platform, you're going to feel the repercussions of that. So, another point that Ye made is that he said anybody committing violent acts, harassing Jewish people, there's like a sign in LA, and they're like, oh, Kanye's empowering people to attack Jewish people, right? Harass them, leave notes on their doorstep. Back in the days, you used to get hung for stuff. People used to actually get hurt. And that's a whole nother debate about what racism is and prejudice, right? But if you're racist, you doing stuff. You're not just saying stuff. You're actively hurting people or preventing them from having opportunities. I won't hire you because you black is racism. I want to hurt those people and carrying that out is racism. So I would love to know what y'all think about this. Kanye apologizing. Do you accept it? Do you think it's authentic? Right? Because Ye is different. Ye is different, right? And he's like that cousin that wilds out sometimes, but is, in my opinion, greatly misunderstood. Right? I know people like, you a stan. You a stan. Anything is like, nah, sometimes he be wilding. But I'm the same way. That's why I feel it. I relate to him a lot. It's like sometimes you gotta wild out. And then people want to listen. If you were all the problem is this. No, sometimes you gotta go on Twitter and wild fuck out. Sometimes you gotta put out some shit. Sometimes you gotta cuss niggas out. Like sometimes you gotta do shit for people to listen to you. And then they want to call you sensitive or crazy or whatever. Okay. But what changed? Did anything change? Oh. And that's the problem, is like people don't, it's a communication issue within our society, on social media. I think he could be very successful without all the antics. But would you know who he is without it? If Kanye was quiet, would Dame Dash had a push for him to put out, for him to be signed to Rockefeller? If Kanye was quiet and didn't shoot his own video for Through the Wire and have a screening and go into people's offices and play his music in the middle of the day at 3 p.m. while you eating a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, would we know who he is? That same thing that you hate or don't like about him is the same thing that made him successful. It's the same thing that makes him who he is. So, in my opinion, you have to be a disruptor, right? And I've learned that through my content. I've learned that through watching people. You have to say stuff sometimes that is controversial. You have to disrupt because nobody's listening to, hey guys, so I was just thinking that maybe, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. People don't listen. People don't listen or take you seriously until you fucking with their money, you fucking with their feelings, you calling them out, you exposing things. Sometimes you gotta light shit up, and then niggas want to listen to you. So I get that. But when people are getting hurt, that's the line for me, right? I don't think this is the case with Kanye. I even put out a video on TikTok about, the WLM shirt. I'm like, how is this hurting us? How is him and Candace wearing this shirt hurting us, right? Got few responses that gave me somewhat of an explanation. But for the most part, people agreed it's not. It's hurting you, maybe hurts your feelings, but it's not actually hurting. Nobody got hung when he put that shirt out. You know what I mean? I think sometimes we focus on the wrong things, right? And people take advantage of that. People know that. So let me know. Let me know. Is Ye's apology worth it? Is it valid? Is it um is it, is he able to get back? Is he able to get his Brandos? Do you think he will? Will he run in 2024? Even though he's been wearing the hat. He's been wearing the hat. He wore a 2023 hat and a 2024 hat. I would love to know what you think that means. I know what it means. I would love to know what you think it means. Um, and yeah, do you forgive him? I forget. I don't. Look, I wasn't mad at him in the first place. Kanye could, you know, blow up a church and I'd still be like, that's my guy. Like, Kanye be wilding out sometimes. But I'm just joking. I'm playing. For all the people that would flag me, I'm playing. I'm joking. That was a joke. Because I know y'all don't get satire or, you know, jokes are lost nowadays. I feel bad for comedians. I really do. Though I have a comedic aspect to my content and I've done stand up, I feel bad for people that like that's their like core. Woo! Y'all got hell to pay. And them too, they know what the censorship is too, and it's funny. They're gonna have to deal with that. Um, so yeah, I'm out this piece. I gotta get going. But I love y'all. I wanted to hop on here and say my piece. I appreciate everybody that joined. And we'll be doing a lot more of these, and working on things, you know what I mean? Working on a setup, but day one, we'll get to go back and look at the first one, the second, you know what I mean? See the progress. You feel me? Feel me? Progress is a process, and remember, you reap what you sow. So this is me planting the seeds right now. Peace from Khalees, y'all.